Hello, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to talk about another good tip to export the data from SQL database to different formats. Normally, if we take our day-to-day activities, we use the SQL Server Management Studio a lot to write our queries and then use that results for our analysis purpose. And sometimes we export the data to different formats like CSV and Excel. But normally in SSMS, after we fetch the data, so the only option that you get it is export to CSV. You can export the data to CSV and then use the data for your analysis service by opening that file in the Excel. But what if you want to really export the data to Excel or JSON format or some other advanced format? Then is there any possibility? Is there? I mean, not only this, even recently I've seen a lot of the developers are struggling to export the data or provide the data in Excel to the clients. Right? So that scenario, to avoid this kind of issues, what you can do, you can use the one of the Azure based client tool, which is Azure Data Studio. So recently I recommended this to my fellow developers. They are very happy and they start using this. Now let's get into how we can use this Azure Data Studio and to export the data. Okay, so I installed this Azure Data Studio from the Microsoft site, and after that I just installed. I did only default installation steps. Okay, you can do that from your end easily. Once I install this Azure Data Studio, just I open the launch the application, this client tool, and then I'll start creating the connection. So I want to create the connection first. That is the basic step that we need to do, and then we connect to the, we take the server name and then put it here, and then normally you can give the Windows authentication if you are working in your local, and then database also you can do that. Enable trust certificate. If you ask anything that related to certification, you can select it by default, and then select the database POC, and the encryption, it says the mandatory, but yeah, these settings you can do. And the trust certificate, you can use it true, or again it's up to you. You can change to false also, it will work. And name, you can give that connection name. So I given POC. It's a simple connection that you can build, connect. So now again it's asking the encrypted was enable this connection. On this connection, review the SSL certificate, configure the target server. Okay, I'll click this option again, enable trust certificate. Okay, and then now connection is established to the database. Now in here, I go here and you can see the list of the tables. What are that list of the tables are available in your database? All those tables will be available here. You can search table, which are the table you are looking for, and then some limited options you can do, like you can either go with the new query and take a new notebook that you can write your statement. Why did you prepare that certain statement, and all the details you can write. And then also you can take the backup of okay, so preview features in order to use the backup. I mean, these options I never explored it. Backup and restore. Probably this will be help you to take the backup of your tables or database or restore it. Okay, and then you can refresh. There is a refresh tab. So the refresh tab help you to see which are the latest tables that were deployed recently, and then you can also do the edit data or script as a create or select top 1000 records. I mean, this client will allow you to do the limited operations compared with Management Studio, but it's a very good client tool to export the data and then, so do some limited actions. Now, our primary goal is how to export the data to different format, right? So now I click on the new query here, new query, and it's opened the new query window. And here you can see these are the options. You will have a run button, cancel, disconnect, and change the connection. If you have multiple connections, then it will allow you to change the connection, and then you can change the database from this list, and then also you can get the estimated plan. Okay, let me write first one query. time. So you see that intelligence, right? Compared to the Management Studio, the intelligence in Azure Data Studio is very fast and very effective, and it's a more relative. You can see the time that table name that I searched here, it's showing all the references, where it's coming from, what is the schema that used this table, all those details you can see here. In fact, you can select this table from here. Once you've done that, you can also do some estimated query execution plan, how this query is executing, and then what is the plan tree. Okay, and then you can see what is the average CPU execution, all these performance related stats that you can get it. Also top operations that we used in our query, which will take more time, and also enable actual plan. You can also see the this is the estimated plan, but here also you will see the actual plan. So sometimes the estimated plan and actual plan can be different. Estimated plan is after we write the query, before we fetch the results, we see how my query is going to execute. But you can also use these options. It's more handy. Now let's get back to our topic. Here, so I fetch the results, and now you can see here the query plan also enabled. I don't want query plan. That's not our topic. Now, once the results are displayed here, you can see on the right side many options. You can save this data into CSV format, and then also you can save in Excel, and also you can save in JSON format, and also you can save as a markdown. So, and then also you can save as XML format, and also you can build chart. Okay, so Azure Data Studio, there are some extensions it's asking, but yeah, if you want, you can install all, so that it will enable the dependent installations. Okay, so now you can see here my results is exported in the chart. So these charts prepared by Azure Data Studio on its own. But yeah, customization, you cannot do it, but you can do some kind of modification of that visuals. Okay, if you know already some kind of HTML coding and all. Okay, but coming back to our results, so again, so yeah, here the chart, in fact, you can write your labeling and all, basic, all these first level of analysis that we do with our data, all those things can be possible using the Azure Data Studio. Now you can export XML, and here also you have the markdown. So this markdown is, I hope most of you know that markdown is nothing but it's kind of documentation that you can do with your data. Okay, and this is the one option. And also you have a JSON format and Excel. When you click, it will ask you to save that file in the Excel format, and then it saves in Excel. Okay, so this is the pretty much at a high level. This tool is not only used for to connect to database, you can connect to the cloud based databases like Azure, Snaps, and other databases. But most of the time, we used to connect to the Management Studio in our day-to-day basis, and we do all our basic things. Okay, and it's a very good tool, and try it from your end, and it's simple to install from your local. If you're not a DB guy and where you write a lot of queries on your day-to-day basis, instead of Management Studio, use this tool, and it's a more effective and more easy to use it. That's about Azure Data Studio. So what I'll do for your convenience, I'll upload this Azure Data Studio, the extension, to my GitHub location. Please go through my GitHub link in the description section, and you can download and install this plugin. This plugin is the Azure Cloud Client 64-bit version, because my system is 64-bit version, so I downloaded that. And then you can start using and start exploring this Azure Data Studio. I bet definitely you will get benefited with using this Azure Data Studio client. Uh, Tell me your feedback, or tell me your opinion on this tool in the comment section if you like it. Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next tip. Thank you.